What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Bringing you another video, kind of rapid fire with videos. Wanted to release this because I completely forgot about this until I was looking at, being a nerd and looking at gear sets and whatnot. Wanted to try it. Basically, this is going to be for Horns of the Reach. This is not for Morrowind. So those of you on Xbox, those of you on PlayStation, you're going to have to wait. Those of you on PC, you got to try this out soon. I wanted to get this out now because some of the gear is kind of rare. It's cheap, but it's rare. And so I think this is worth its own video. I think it's worth its own build because of everything that this provides. And with a few tweaks, we can make things a lot more powerful for 1vxing, for group play, for whatever. So the way I originally have this in mind, I am missing a few pieces because there's pieces missing in the Morrowind patch that I have to wait until the next patch to get. But I'm going to show you guys what the stats are with this, and then what the stats kind of will be next patch. So that's going to be my vague introduction to this setup. But this setup currently is more of like a group play setup. This is more of a frontline tanky player. Like, you're going to be the guy crowd controlling. You're going to be doing what DKs do best in group play, which is just controlling the enemy, keeping them locked down, staying alive long enough, and you're going to dish out a little bit more damage than other setups. Recovery might be a little tricky, but there's other ways. There's workarounds for that. So as far as solo play goes, we'll get into that as well. But yeah, let's dive into the sets. First thing we're going to run is we're going to run 5 Impregnable. Now, as you can see, this patch, it gives you 1,027 max health, it gives you max stamina, max magicka, and 2412 crit resist. That's very valuable. It's going to be even more valuable next patch when they're buffing crit as much as they will. You're going to have a lot of people running around with Hunting's Rage and Julianos. Impregnable is going to allow us to counteract their crit values, so we're not going to get hit as hard running this set. And then on top of it, it allows us to run Divines. We're running Sharpen on the front bar with Divine Shield. We're running Defending on the back bar. Powered would work as well, but I picked up Defending and then another Divine Shield. You get this from running Battlegrounds. There is a vendor. You can go and spend AP. It's really easy to get the swords. I did not get Powered. I got Defending. I just threw it on really quick. Powered might be better. Divine Shields I literally got for 5k a piece. I think 1 for 10, 1 for 5. And then I got the Sharpened one as well. It spent total like 400k AP, got all of this. Yeah. So on top of that, we're going to be running 1 Chokethorn because we want the Magicka recovery. And then we're also running Heavy Armor, Twiceborn Star. Now, we want to craft Twiceborn Star in Divines because this next patch we will be utilizing the Mundus stones. From what you guys saw, if you've read, followed along with me or read the patch notes, they're buffing Mundus stones by a lot, and so the flat value of the Mundus stones is going to be a lot greater, and buffing it with divine traits will then amplify even more. So we're going to run 5 heavy Twiceborn Star on the body to utilize the Mundus stones. We're running 2 hakeijos, legs and chest, just because more stats across the board is a good thing. And then in this spot, instead of running a Lambrus Arm Cops, we're going to run 1-piece Domi House. If you guys don't know, Domi House is the new awesome 1-piece that gives max stamina and max magicka. And so instead of just having magicka here, we're going to have both. So we're going to be able to block cast more, and we're going to have the magicka that we're going to get. We threw on the Chokethorn because we want the recovery. I'm going to have to tweak with it a little bit, but the stats look really good, in my opinion, so far. And this is not even with the new updates, so this setup's going to be even stronger next patch. As far as the jewelry goes, we're running 3 Impregnable jewelry, 2 recovery, and 1 reduced cost. All these are in Arcane. Impregnable comes in Arcane, Robust, or Healthy. This is going to be the stuff that's kind of hard to find. It's not too bad to get. People just aren't selling it a whole lot. It is super cheap, so if you want to run this type of setup, please go in and scoop this up, before, people start posting a bunch of Twice-Born Star impregnable builds, and, you have to spend a lot for it. As far as skills go, we're running same thing as before. This is our front bar: Deep Breath, Structured Entropy, Burning Embers, Burning Talons, Flame Lash, and Meteor. This is a group play build. We want to have Meteor on our front bar. Our back bar, we're running Bats, Fossilized, Igneous Shield, Elusive Mist, Volatile Armor, and Coagulating Blood. As far as our CP goes, things change a little bit because we have Impregnable. Impregnable gives us all of our crit resist, which allows us to allocate points into other places. So we're running 52 into Warlord. We have 75 into Arcanist. We want to try and buff our magic recovery as much as possible. 72 into Shadow Ward. We're basically a tank at this point with this build. We do not want to dodge roll. We did put 11 into here, but next patch we are going to get 30 more CP, so we're going to get 10 more into the CP tree. It's probably all going to go into tumbling, to be honest. 57 in Elemental Expert, 15 Spell Erosion. We want to put more into Spell Erosion next patch as well because they're nerfing Sharpen. We want to make sure we have Penetration. Everybody likes Penetration, so keep that in mind. 34 into Elfborn, 44 Mastered Arms, 9 into Shattering Blows, 51 into Thaumaturge. And then here, we're going to put 51 into Ironclad. Like I said, 0 into Resistant. We do not need Resistant because we are running Impregnable, and we're running all Divines. That allows us to put 49 Hardy, 49 Elemental Defender, 26 into Thick Skinned, 20 Heavy Armor Focus, 15 Quick Recovery. Like I said, we're going to get 30 more CP. We're going to put 10 more into this tree. I would say put more into Quick Recovery and probably put more into Thick Skinned. As far as our stats this patch, oh, sorry about that. This page. As far as our stats go unbuffed, we are looking, this is our back bar. We're looking at 40,000 magic. This is in PvP, 22,000 health, 16.5 stamina, 1762 magicka recovery. These stats are already decent. We're running Ice Cream, which gives you max magicka and magicka recovery. So this is going to buff our recovery so that we can get away with running the Mage, which will be buffed next patch, and the Tower. So we're increasing the amount of stamina pool we have. We're also increasing the overall magicka pool we have. Now, this is our stats currently this patch. If we look at our front bar, this is unbuffed by the way. We're looking at 42,000 magicka. We're looking at 24,000 health roughly, 17 magicka recovery. Very low spell damage, but with this setup, we're really just amping damage with how much max magicka we have. This is unbuffed, so we're going to be around 1600 spell damage, which isn't bad for a Sword and Board magicka DK. As you can see, we have 24-41 critical resistance. Impregnable's awesome. And then unbuffed, we're at 20,000 spell and physical. Buffed, we are at 26,000 and 24,500 respectively. We're very tanky. We have good health. Yeah. Now, that brings me into, that's what it is for this patch, guys, and why this is going to be so good for next patch. These are the stats that they're going to show for the next patch. So instead of having, if we look at Twice-Born Star as an example, we go into our Twice-Born Star. Our Twice-Born Star shows 1,027 max health, 933 stamina, 933 magicka. Pretty simple. We are gaining a little over 100 health. We're also gaining over 100 stam and magicka with this. On top of that, you can still have 2 mundus stones at the same time. If you look at the Mage and the Tower, next patch with 7 legendary divine traits, you are going to have almost 3,100 magicka. Now, if you were keeping track, we have 7 body pieces, all divines. We're also running shields divines, so this number, if we gold out everything, will actually be even higher than this. So that's why we're running this. So if we do the quick math on it, Shacklebreaker is getting no buff at all because they're not buffing spell damage. and they're not buffing recovery on the 2, 3, and 4 piece. So Shackle Breaker's staying the same. It's already a great set, but with Twiceborn Star, they're buffing the 2, 3, and 4 piece across the board, and they're also buffing the mundus stones. So the damage with Shackle, if you take into account the Magicka, is about 321. Magicka and spell damage combined is about 321 spell damage. With this set, with Twiceborn Star, having all these divines, we're just going to say 7 legendary divine traits. We're actually running 8 epic traits, which is about the same. With those, with the Mage Mundus, we jump up to 402 spell damage. So we gain 80 spell damage off this set. We are going to have to switch things around a little bit, obviously. We're going to have to run different food. We're going to have to make sure we run recovery and chance. Yeah, but we're going to buff these two and go from there. This is Shackle Breaker. This is not, like I said, this is not changing. Impregnable, if you've never seen the set before, it's also right here. The 2, 3, and 4 piece is also getting buffed, so we're gaining a little over 100 health, a little over 100 stamina, and a little over 100 magicka for the 2, 3, and 4 piece. So we're gaining max stats from this. We are gaining max stats from Twiceborn Star. We're gaining max stats from our Mundus Stone. And on top of that, instead of running that one piece that I was talking about, we're going to be running this Domi House piece, which will then give us max magicka and stamina. So we're getting buffed across the board here. And so when you look at our stats, you know, these are already not bad. You know, we're sitting at 18, 17 magicka recovery if we fully buff with a tripod. You know, we're at 2100 magicka recovery, we're at 42,000 magicka, we're at 24,000 health, and we're at 16,500 stamina. Keep in mind, Domi House will give us another 1,000 stamina, which will put us at 17,500. And on top of that, we're gaining 100 at base each from Impregnable, and Twiceborn Star for the 2, 3, and 4 pieces. So we're going to gain more health, we're going to gain more stamina, and more magicka. My guess is, I'm guessing roughly after the buffs and stuff, we could be sitting at around 44,000 magic, 45. My math is really bad. That's just rough guesstimate. We're going to be sitting on a shit ton of max magicka. We're going to have more health, and we're going to have more stamina with this. So, pretty cool build idea. You guys are going to ask, maybe, you know, why are you running it this way? You know, this is going to be a group play setup. Like I said, it's going to be your job to go in, lock people down with talons. Being able to block cast, your inhales will heal you for a little bit more because you have so much max magicka. Your max magicka coincides with your sustain. You know, if you're going to be bombing into a group of people outnumbered, you only have so much to live, so much time to live. So your sustain, you know, maybe this is a little bit on the lower side, but I really don't think it is. I think it's more than manageable. If you guys want to 1vx with this setup, running 2 Blood Spawn, running 2 Engine Guardian would probably be my best choices. Maybe 2 Scoria. But you are going to miss out on some recovery that way. We are amping the amount of recovery we can to the max without changing our Mundus Stone. We are running this food right here, Ghastly Eyeball. It gives us more max magicka, and it gives us more magicka recovery than Witch Mother's Potent Brew. So we're bumping our damage with this way. The other 2 sets are giving us our health and stamina. We don't need to do anything else. We're just running Ghastly Eyeball. So, as I said, guys, that's the end of the build. These stats already look pretty decent now. They're going to be way better next patch. I don't have all the gear. Obviously, I don't have Domi House and Divines. I don't have Chokethorn and Divines. And so I'm not getting some of the buffs I should. If you guys have a hold of this gear, definitely looking at getting it. The way I did it is, like I told you, I ran 5 Impregnable front and back bar. I was a little worried. If you guys know, what's the name of that set? The Trainee set. Trainee would be lost on the front and back bar if you had it as Sword and Shield. It was kind of weird when you weapon swapped, and they fixed that. I just wasn't sure if they fixed that if that also applied to running Twiceborn Star. You know, like if you switch Twiceborn Star, like if you have a weapon of Twiceborn Star, do you lose your weapons? Or you lose a Mundus Stone by switching bars even though you have it? I wasn't sure. I didn't want to really invest and then gold out a weapon and then find out that that was the case and then have to go buy a weapon. So spent the AP. So I did 3 jewelry, sword and shield impregnable, and then I just crafted body piece, Twiceborn Star, can't lose body pieces. So that's the route I went. I don't know for sure if somebody else has, you know, a little bit more currency than I do, then please go invest, let me know. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the build. Very unique. We're bringing divines back. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you. Have a nice day.